Hello everybody, Don't Blink here again with a Medal of Honor gameplay commentary for you guys, and I haven't done one of these in what seems like forever, but I wanted to go ahead and put up some footage from this game just because yesterday EA released the first trailer for the upcoming Medal of Honor entitled Warfighter. It's the direct sequel to the Medal of Honor that's currently on your screen, and you know, it's looking interesting. I really don't know what to make of it. The trailer was so short and had so many quick cuts that, you know, it's hard to form an opinion on how good of a game it's going to be. But I will say this, I did enjoy the first Medal of Honor, even though it wasn't the real first Medal of Honor, but the Medal of Honor reboot that I'm showing you right now. I did enjoy it. I knew it wasn't a very good game. It seemed kind of rushed. I think if they had, you know, maybe an extra year, it might have turned out relatively well. Because it had some interesting ideas that I actually really enjoyed and thought were very unique and different and set it apart from a lot of other first-person shooters. But it just wasn't super well executed. There were a lot of balance issues and a few technical issues as well. But nevertheless, I really enjoyed Medal of Honor. I enjoyed the single player, I enjoyed the multiplayer, and you know, I put a lot of hours into this game, a lot more than most people did. So I'm excited for Medal of Honor Warfighter. Like I said before, I'm not sure if it's going to be any good, but they are using the Frostbite 2 engine, which is a gorgeous engine. I think they've had a bit more time to put the game together. And additionally, the first Medal of Honor was strange in that the single player was developed by Danger Close, and it was developed on the Unreal Engine 3. Meanwhile, the multiplayer was developed on Frostbite 1.5, the same engine that powers Battlefield Bad Company 2, and it was developed by DICE. And so, you know, it was kind of disjointed and just kind of a strange animal of a game. But the upcoming Warfighter is being developed exclusively by Danger Close. And like I said before, they are having a little bit more time to let the game kind of incubate and gestate. And hopefully it will result in a better product. And based on what I've heard regarding the game, it's going to change up the multiplayer formula a bit. I don't think I've ever played a multiplayer game made by Danger Close, so I don't know how good their previous multiplayer games and components have been. But the change that they're making to Medal of Honor's multiplayer is, instead of having the Tier 1 operators, the American operators, versus the insurgents, they're actually going to have multiple special ops teams, you know, from several different countries. I know Britain and Australia were two that were mentioned. I believe Russia and Germany might also be two other factions of special operatives. And the different special ops teams are actually going to go head-to-head themselves, so there's not going to be any sort of terrorist element in the multiplayer. It's going to be special ops versus special ops, and I don't really know if I like that. From a fiction standpoint, I don't really understand how they're going to justify showing, you know, factions that would normally be friendly towards each other, or at the very least neutral towards each other, going head-to-head and killing each other. So I don't know what I think of that, but it should make for an interesting dynamic. And Medal of Honor was kind of one of those unique first-person shooters in which the different factions were actually limited, at least for the early game, to faction-specific weapons. You know, the Marines had the M16, and the insurgents had AKs. So if they're bringing back faction-specific weapons in Medal of Honor Warfighter, I think that'll be really cool, because there are going to be so many other factions, other competing factions from all over the world, and if they all have totally unique arsenals based on where they're from and where their weapons were made, I think that would be kind of unique, and definitely set the game apart from other games. I don't know what it would mean in terms of gun balancing and stuff like that, but yeah, so overall I am looking forward to it. I'll be leaving a link to the Medal of Honor Warfighter trailer in the description to this video. I highly recommend that you go and check it out. Like I said before, there's not really much to see in terms of you're not going to be able to really form much of an opinion about the game based on the trailer, but I will say this, it looks very nice. The Frostbite 2 engine is a gorgeous engine, and there were multiple shots in the trailer that I was very, very impressed by graphically. If the story is similar to the first Medal of Honor, then I'll be a happy camper. I actually really enjoyed the single-player campaign of the first game. There were a few segments, you know, like that put you into a helicopter and put you into some other situations that I didn't really like. But the story itself was interesting, and the fact that you followed one group of soldiers all the way through, I think was cool and made for a very cohesive story that actually had some meaning and weight to it, which you can't say about very many first-person shooter storylines these days, unfortunately. But yeah, so that's kind of how I'm feeling about Medal of Honor Warfighter. It's really too early to say whether it's going to be a good game or not, but I am interested in it, and I think that you know, there's definitely potential there. So let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for the next Medal of Honor? Are you completely uninterested? Have you been turned off from the Medal of Honor franchise ever since the 2010 reboot? Let me know in the comments below. I would be interested to hear your opinions and engage in a little bit of a discussion. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye. Right before 4 copy. Low level 120, we have 6.